Did you know that in Nevada, Route 375 is officially the extraterrestrial highway? Or that in Eureka, men with mustaches are forbidden from kissing women? How about the fact that Virginia City is considered the most haunted town in the USA? Well, Nevada is a state that is full of crazy facts like this. So settle in because we're about to reel off 50 of the wildest facts about the Silver State, with some facts leaving you speechless and others you probably never knew. Fact number 50. Nevada is the driest state in the U.S. Nevada is the driest state in America, averaging just 10.2 inches of rain annually, as recorded from 1895 to 2020. Imagine a place where the rain shadow of the Sierra Nevada mountain range blocks moist Pacific air masses, resulting in vast desert landscapes. From only 8 inches in the northeast to rare 40-inch rains in the northwest. Nevada's arid heart shapes its wildlife, topography, and the living habits of its residents. Las Vegas, with 3 million residents, leans on the Colorado River to survive, with historical events like 2012 to 2015 setting records for consecutive dry years, amplifying vulnerabilities in agriculture and urban areas. What happens when a state's so dry it sparks unique ecosystems? Well, let's find out with our next fact. Fact number 49. There are more mountain ranges than any other state. Nevada has 314 named mountain ranges, more than any other state in the U.S., with over 2,100 named peaks, and 35 of them exceeding 10,000 feet in elevation. The highest being Boundary Peak in the White Mountains, standing at 13,147 feet. Formed 17 million years ago by tectonic stretching, these fault block giants create a roller coaster of valleys and summits across 110,000 square miles. The Ruby Mountains, sparkling with misnamed garnets, host alpine meadows, while the Sheep Range near Vegas hides desert bighorns. Historically, the Comstock Lode's Virginia Range fueled silver rushes and still offers a sense of untamed wilderness. Ever wonder what other creepy things can be hiding in those mountain ranges? Fact number 48. Virginia City's haunted legacy. Virginia City is dubbed as America's most haunted town. Founded in 1859, this Comstock Lode boomtown's 25,000 residents left ghosts from murders and mine disasters. The Washoe Club, built in 1875, hosts spirits like the Blue Lady. The Silver Queen Hotel's Rosie haunts Room 11. And the Mackay Mansion and Piper's Opera House both report having poltergeists. Fact number 47. The Las Vegas Strip glows from space. The Las Vegas Strip's neon and LEDs make it one of Earth's brightest spots from space. Although Vietnam's Chao Than edges it out, astronauts still marvel at its glow. But the myth of being the brightest persists, thanks to its concentrated casino lights. It's almost 100 years since neon arrived in Nevada in 1927 with the Oasis Restaurant's sign in Las Vegas. So it makes sense that Nevada is crowned the neon capital of the world. Guided tours tell tales of Sin City's rise, and it's like stepping into a glowing time machine. Fact number 46. Lake Tahoe's colossal depth. Named Da Adao by the Washoe, Tahoe's a recreational mecca, formed 2 million years ago by faulting glaciation. Its clarity, once 100 feet, is fading due to urban runoff, but 63 tributaries feed its vibrant ecosystem. Lake Tahoe is North America's largest alpine lake by volume, covering 191 square miles, and holding enough water to cover California 14 inches deep, or to supply water to the city of Los Angeles for roughly 36 years at its current consumption rate. At 1,645 feet deep, it's the U.S.'s second deepest after Crater Lake and the 11th deepest globally. Lake Tahoe holds approximately 122,160,280 acre-feet of water. Considering an Olympic-sized swimming pool holds about 660,000 gallons. Tahoe's 39.8 trillion gallons could fill approximately 60.3 million Olympic pools. Picture a line of these pools stretching around the Earth's equator. Twice. Fact number 45. Nevada is home to half the nation's wild horses. The USA is renowned for its cowboys, with Nevada home to nearly half of America's wild horses. With a nationwide population of 73,130 wild horses and burros. Nevada claims 37,000 horses and 4,500 burros, roaming its 16.5 million acres of land. Descended from Spanish Mustangs introduced in the 1500s, these icons of the West face off against ranchers over grazing land. Helicopter roundups and adoptions stirred debate. Yet tourists still flock to spots like Virginia Range. From hoofbeats to Methuselah, what does Pinus longeva have to teach us? Fact number 44. Ancient bristlecone pines defy time. In the Great Basin National Park, the bristlecone pine trees, or Pinus longeva, are among Earth's oldest living organisms, some over 4,857 years old. These gnarled survivors, like Methuselah, endure brutal slopes and their dense wood resists decay. The Prometheus tree, cut in 1964 at nearly 5,000 years old, sparked huge conservation awareness. Their rings reveal ancient droughts, guiding climate records. You have to hike to these sentinels to try to understand what secrets they hold. Fact number 43. The Great Basin's closed water world. Home to a 210,000 square mile endorheic wonder where no water reaches the sea. In the Great Basin Desert, rain evaporates in salty playas, forming salt flats like the Black Rock Desert. Ancient lakes like Bonneville left remnants, shaping a stark landscape with only 6 to 12 inches of rain yearly. This hydrological quirk challenges life and conservation. Fact number 42. Elko's 1918 mask mandate. They do say that history repeats itself. In Elko, its 1918 Spanish flu mask law mandated face coverings on streets, with jail time for those not obeying. Does that sound familiar? This unenforced relic echoes 2020's mask mandates and sparked just as many debates. Nevada's history of health measures is pretty wild, as you'll find out later in this video. Fact number 41. It's illegal to ride a camel on Nevada highways. Born from the 1850s Camel Corps experiment, when 75 camels hauled freight for miners. This law from 1875 fined owners $25 to $100 in fines and 25 to 100 days in jail for their loose camels posing hazards on roads and scaring off horses. Nevada banned driving camels on highways, but still allowed camel rides on city streets or private property. In the 1930s, stray camels still roamed free, but today it's a quirky relic. Fact number 40. Mustache kissing is banned in Eureka. Eureka's law bans men with mustaches from kissing women. During this early 1900s rule, mustaches were seen as unhygienic, potentially harboring germs, especially after the Spanish flu pandemic. Similar prohibitions existed nationwide, where various U.S. locales banned facial hair for religious or sanitary reasons. Missing out on a kiss for having a hairy top lip is some price to pay. Fact number 39. Nevada's a stargazing paradise. Nevada's one of the darkest places in the United States. Great Basin National Park hosts a designated International Dark Sky Park since 2016. You can view up to 7,000 stars on clear nights. At 13,063 feet, its skies rival the clearest in the lower 48 states. Tonopah is rated USA's best for stargazing. And the 200-mile park-to-park corridor features minimal Bortle scale ratings, which are ideal for astrophotography and meteor showers. The park offers over 100 astronomy programs annually, making it a cosmic playground. Now let's go from the heights of the sky to deep, dark caves. Fact number 38. Spirit Caveman's ancient bones. Only discovered in 1940, the Spirit Caveman, found near Fallon, Nevada, is North America's oldest skeleton at 10,600 years old. The naturally mummified male, around 40 to 50 years old, was buried in a woven tule mat with artifacts like rabbit skin robes and moccasins. His genome showed Siberian ancestry with DNA sequencing, linking him to modern Native Americans. In 2016, he was repatriated to the Fallon Paiute Shoshone tribe. Talking about skeletons, have you ever wondered where tooth fairies came from? Fact number 37. It's illegal to pawn dentures in Las Vegas. Have you ever been so short of cash you wanted to sell your false teeth? Well, if you're sitting at a slot machine in need of a few extra coins for your next pull of the one-armed bandit, then be aware that in Las Vegas, you cannot sell your teeth for money. In fact, they have completely outlawed the pawning of dentures. Do you think Vegas is the place where tooth fairies first existed? Fact number 36. Nevada is home to the official extraterrestrial highway. State Route 375, dubbed the Extraterrestrial Highway, is Nevada's UFO hotspot. Named in 1996 near the infamous Area 51. This 98-mile stretch fuels alien tales, thanks to Bob Lazar's claims in 1989 of reverse engineering alien tech. It also happened to spark interest in the UFO and extraterrestrial communities globally. Attractions like the Black Mailbox drew in UFO watchers, and 2019's Storm Area 51 went viral. Fact number 35, Burning Man's Black Rock City. Did you know that Nevada's 6th largest city is only a temporary metropolis? It's created each year and has grown to 80,000 residents in 2025. It's a place where dust storms and creativity collide. This week-long art festival in the Black Rock Desert builds a small city with an airport and injects $75 million into the local economy. Perhaps we need to use more of Nevada's public land to boost the economy. Fact number 34. Over 80% of Nevada is public land. Picture a playground bigger than most countries. Nevada's got more public land than any of the other lower 48 states, with over 80%. That's a whopping 56.3 million acres. Compared to other states, Nevada eclipses Utah with 63.1% and Idaho with 61.9%. But if you include Alaska, it's way ahead, leading overall at 95.8%, born from the 1848 Mexican Cession. Today, it's a haven for hikers and off-roaders, with debates raging over selling chunks of it for development. Fact number 33. Mojave's Joshua trees and red rocks. The Mojave Desert is a vast arid region in the southwestern United States, primarily spanning southeastern California and southwestern Nevada, with smaller extensions into western Arizona and southern Utah, covering about 54,000 square miles, or 140,000 square kilometers. About 25% of its plant species are endemic, including creosote bushes, Mojave yucca, and the iconic Joshua tree. Southern Nevada dazzles us with the Valley of Fire's 150-million-year-old red sandstone arches, while oxidized rocks form natural sculptures. Ancient seas laid these sediments that were uplifted by tectonic shifts. Fact number 32. Nevada's gold mining is the 4th largest worldwide. Nevada is the USA's top gold producer, mining 4.6 million troy ounces in 2024, valued at over $10 billion. It accounts for 70% of national output and ranks 4th globally. With 19 mines, it employs 15,000 people directly and supports 6% of GDP. Fact number 31. No swearing on Vegas streets. Even if you bet all on black and lost it all, swearing on Las Vegas streets is technically illegal. Imagine losing everything to the house and then spending a night in prison for a few profanities. This Victorian-era rule aimed to keep the Strip classy is rarely enforced. So what other crazy things might happen in Vegas? Fact number 30. Las Vegas's shrimp obsession. As the Australians say, another shrimp on the Barbie mate. However, in Las Vegas, you'd need a ginormous barbecue for that, because Vegas devours 60,000 pounds of shrimp daily. Imagine a semi-trailer stuffed with shrimp every day, or the equivalent of 30 tons daily, which is more than the rest of the U.S. combined. Vegas has an estimated 40 million visitors yearly, and casino buffets like Bacchanal fuel this craze with their all-you-can-eat options. Let's stay in Vegas for one more fact. Fact number 29. Vegas's mega hotel dominance. 15 of the world's 25 largest hotels are in Las Vegas. The Venetian Palazzo's 7,117 rooms and MGM Grand's 5,044 rooms lead the pack with 12 of the top 20 in 2025. These resorts host millions with a blend of casinos, dining, and shows. Fact number 28. The Hoover Dam's concrete highway. The total concrete used to build the Hoover Dam is 4.36 million cubic yards. It could build an 8-inch thick, 16-foot wide highway across the country. That's the distance from San Francisco to New York City, or about 2,090 miles. The dam weighs over 6.6 million tons. It remains an engineering marvel, being the first man-made structure to exceed the Great Pyramid of Giza's masonry mass. It also contains over 582 miles of cooling pipes to manage the heat during curing. With concrete still curing after nearly 90 years and estimated to take 125 years in total. Built from 1931 to 1935, this 726-foot-tall giant employed 21,000 people during the Great Depression. It now powers 1.3 million homes. But what if Lake Mead begins drying up? Fact number 27. Nevada's Great Basin's disappearing rivers. Nevada's Great Basin is a desert where rivers like the Humboldt flow inward and vanish into sinks. It's a 200,000 square mile, or 517,998 square kilometer, unique hydrological feature where rivers do not flow to the ocean, but instead disappear into sinks or aquifers. This phenomenon is due to the basin's endorheic nature, meaning water is trapped in internal drainage systems. It makes you wonder if anybody has ever disappeared down into one of those sinks. Fact number 26. Battle born in the Civil War. Nevada achieved statehood and joined the Union on October 31, 1864, earning its Battle-born wartime nickname. The territory was carved from Utah in 1861. As the 36th state, it was rushed into the Union to bolster Republican votes and support the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery, despite having only 40,000 residents, which is below the typical 60,000 threshold. Let's sweeten things up a little bit, shall we, as we move on to our next fact. Fact number 25. The world's largest chocolate fountain. The Bellagio Hotel's chocolate fountain, located in its patisserie, is the largest in the world. It stands 27 feet tall and circulates over 2 tons or 4,000 pounds of melted white, milk, and dark chocolate daily. This 2005 Guinness World Record holder pumps 120 quarts per minute through 500 feet of stainless steel pipes and 25 cascading glass tiers. Heated at 120 degrees Fahrenheit, it's a sweet spectacle showcasing Vegas's indulgence at its finest. Fact number 24. The Comstock Lode's Silver Rush. The Comstock Lode, discovered in 1859 near Virginia City, Nevada, was the richest silver deposit in U.S. history. From 1859 to 1890, it yielded over $340 million in silver and gold, equivalent to $10 billion today. It spanned 3 miles under Mount Davidson, producing 7 million tons of ore and helped fund efforts during the Civil War. Peaking at $36 million a year, it birthed a 25,000-person metropolis. Fact number 23. The Valley of Fire's ancient petroglyphs. Carved by ancient peoples dating back over 2,000 years. The Valley of Fire's petroglyphs hold many ancient tales. Carved by basket maker and Anasazi peoples, the bighorn sheep and shamanic symbols hint at ancient rituals and offer glimpses into prehistoric life. Who knows what sort of constitutional amendments were written on those ancient petroglyphs? Fact number 22. The first to ratify the 15th Amendment. Ever wondered when voting rights were first granted? Well, on March 1, 1869, Nevada was the first state to ratify the 15th Amendment, granting African American men with voting rights. With just 400 black residents, its unanimous vote supported Reconstruction. Ratified nationally in 1870, it's a proud legacy. Was this a gamble that saved Nevada, or was it another economic bet that changed Nevada's fortunes? Fact number 21. Gambling was legalized in 1931. On March 19, 1931, Governor Fred Balzar signed Assembly Bill 98 into law, legalizing wide-open casino gambling after a 21-year ban imposed in 1910. Nevada legalized gambling to survive the Great Depression. It transformed Reno and Vegas into gaming and gambling hubs. Stay tuned as we now drop into the last 20 facts about Nevada. Fact number 20. Nevada's ghost towns outnumber its living ones. Imagine a state where the echoes of the past outnumber the folks living today. Nevada's got over 600 ghost towns, abandoned relics from the 19th century silver rush, compared to just around 100 zip-coded towns today. Back in 1859, the Comstock lode sparked a frenzy, birthing boomtowns like Rhyolite, which exploded to 5,000 souls by 1907. Constructing banks and an opera house only for it all to vanish by 1916. But the mystery remains. Why so many ghost towns? Fact number 19. Nevada's Constitution was the longest Morse code telegram ever. Picture this. It's 1864, the Civil War rages, and Nevada's racing to become a state to help boost Lincoln's re-election. But how? By sending its entire 16,543-word Constitution via Morse code, the longest telegram in history. On October 26, 1864, from Carson City to Washington, D.C., telegrapher James Guild hammered out dots and dashes for 7 grueling hours, costing $4,303, the equivalent of $60,000 today. And why the rush? Lincoln needed Nevada's votes to pass the 13th Amendment banning slavery. Fact number 18. Blue jeans were born in Reno in the 1870s. Denim's roots trace back to Genoa, Italy, and Nimes, France, in the 16th century. However, the modern history of denim is closely tied to the United States. In 1871, Jacob Davis, a tailor from Nevada, collaborated with Levi Strauss to improve the durability of work pants by adding copper rivets to reinforce stress points, such as pockets and seams. They patented this innovation on May 20, 1873, marking the birth of the modern blue jean. Levi Strauss & Company began mass-producing these riveted pants, initially called waist overalls, using denim sourced from mills like Amoskeag in New Hampshire. So next time you pull on your iconic 501 jeans, you can remember where they came from. Fact number 17. Nevada is one of 6 states without a lottery. Here's a shocker. Nevada, the gambling capital of the world, bans state lotteries. It's one of just 6 states, alongside Alabama, Alaska, Hawaii, Mississippi, and Utah. But why? Protection of the casino industry, which views lotteries as direct competition to gambling dollars. Who would have thought that money would make people so greedy? Fact number 16. U.S. Route 50 is America's loneliest road. U.S. Route 50 traverses Nevada for 408 miles, from state line to the Utah border, dubbing it the loneliest road in America by Life magazine in 1986. It's a desolate path of solitude through sagebrush and ghost towns, and gas stations are sometimes 100 miles apart. Born as a Pony Express trail in 1860, carrying mail across the West in 10 days, it became the Lincoln Highway in 1926. So, grab your survival guide passport, because you might need it in Ghost Townville. Fact number 15. Rhyolite went from boom to bust in just 7 years. Ever seen a city vanish faster than a Vegas buffet? Meet Rhyolite, Nevada's ultimate boom-to-bust tale. In 1904, prospectors struck gold in the Bullfrog Hills. And by 1907, Rhyolite swelled to 10,000 people. They built railroads, banks, and a bottle house, which was 50,000 bottles strong. But the 1907 financial panic and tapped-out mines gutted it. And by 1911, it was a ghost town. Now, why don't we turn our focus to Nevada's origins? Fact number 14. Nevada was built by Mormons in 1851. Have you ever wondered where it all began for Nevada? Before Vegas was a twinkle in anyone's eye, Genoa, originally a Mormon station, kicked off Nevada's story in 1851. Mormon trader John Reese set up shop in the Carson Valley to supply gold rush immigrants headed to California. With the Sierra's timber and Carson River's water, it was a pioneer pit stop. By 1855, it had a courthouse and a new name, Genoa, inspired by Italy. Brigham Young's crew built a fort, but the 1857 Utah War sent many packing, and they abandoned Genoa for Salt Lake City. Now let's take you back 15,000 years, when perhaps Nevada was really found. Fact number 13. Nevada's Pyramid Lake hosts North America's oldest petroglyphs. Nevada is home to North America's oldest confirmed petroglyphs, etched near Pyramid Lake nearly 15,000 years ago. Pyramid Lake, a remnant of prehistoric Lake Laontan, which once covered 8,500 square miles or 22,115 square kilometers, provided a lush environment for Paleo-Indians. Found on ancient Winnemucca Lake's shores, these 200-plus carvings, diamonds, chains, and tree-like shapes date to the Ice Age, when the lake bed dried up 9,000 years ago. Fact number 12. Nevada's the turquoise mine king. Nevada's not just about gold and silver, it's the turquoise mine capital, with over 120 documented deposits and 72 historically active sites, more than any other U.S. state. In terms of producing turquoise, it's second only to Arizona. Mines like Caraco Lake and Fox have churned over 275 tons of sky blue and lime green gems since the 1920s. Ancient indigenous peoples, like the Anasazi, mined here 1,500 years ago for trade and ceremonial use. From Royston's Robin Egg Blue to Lone Mountain's collectible sky blue varieties, Nevada's turquoise fuels global markets. Before we begin the last 10 facts, let's finish here with something lighthearted. Fact number 11. Las Vegas's street laws. Since 2018, Las Vegas slaps you with a $1,000 fine for feeding pigeons. And since 2020, it's expanded to all wildlife. Hula hooping has also been banned on Fremont Street since 2010. So much for the land of the brave and free. Please stay with us as we cover the last 10 fascinating facts about Nevada. Fact number 10. The kangaroo rat's waterless life. Imagine going your whole life without drinking a sip of water and having to survive temperatures of 122 degrees Fahrenheit in Death Valley. Well, Nevada's kangaroo rats have adapted to arid deserts and can survive a lifetime without drinking water. These little desert champs metabolize moisture from seeds, with kidneys 4 times more efficient than humans. Fact number 9. The colossal green heart of the Silver State. Sprawling 6.3 million acres, larger than Connecticut and Rhode Island combined. The Humboldt-Toiyabe National Forest crowns Nevada and a tip of California as the U.S.'s biggest outside of Alaska. Stretching from Sierra snowcaps over 13,000 feet high to Mojave Scrub, it packs 23 wilderness zones and 1.2 million acres of untamed ruby peaks. It's the ultimate outdoor adventurer's paradise, teeming with mule deer, bighorn sheep, golden eagles, and trout-filled streams. Millions hike Lemuel's trails, camp under stars at Angel Creek, or travel through ghost mining relics. Imagine having all of this in your own backyard. Fact number 8. The most mountainous state in the lower 48. Nevada boasts more named mountain ranges than any other U.S. state. With 314 officially recognized ranges and 35 peaks exceeding 10,000 feet in elevation, it's a sight to behold. Geologically, the basin and range formed through crustal stretching, beginning about 17 million years ago, and creating peaks like Boundary Peak, Nevada's highest at 13,147 feet. These ranges possibly contribute to the reason why Nevada ranks 3rd in the United States for at-risk species, with over 1,230 endangered or threatened plants and animals. Talking about being threatened, let's move on to our next eerie fact. Fact number 7. Titus Canyon, Death Valley's ghostly gorge of fossils. Titus Canyon is a 27-mile gut punch of a drive through Death Valley's Grapevine Mountains, straddling Nevada and California like a smug border bandit. A one-way dirt road from Nevada Highway 374. It climbs 5,250 feet to Red Pass. Named after Edgar Morris Titus, who disappeared in 1907, never to be found again. Perhaps his soul resides deeper into the canyon where lies an old ghost town called Leadfield. The Titus Canyon has jaw-dropping vistas, then descends into the canyon's narrows, where walls tower hundreds of feet high and narrow to less than 20 feet apart in places. A high-clearance vehicle is recommended for this enchanting 3-hour route. Fact number 6. No state income tax. It sounds like heaven for many people not having to pay income tax, right? Well, Nevada's tax-free income is what lures residents and businesses. Enshrined since 1864, this policy is still highly attractive, with population growing 15% from 2010 to 2020. But it's not the only one. There are 9 other income tax-free states in the USA. Fact number 5. The Fed's iron grip on Nevada's vast lands. Nevada stands out in the U.S. for having the highest percentage of federally owned land, with over 80% or approximately 56 million acres. All locked up by Uncle Sam since the 1862 Homestead Act, and home to DoD bases like Nellis Air Force Base, covering over 11,000 acres on the ground alone. Enter the sagebrush rebellion of the 70s. Western ranchers and miners, fed up with environmental laws, they sought transfer of lands to private hands, but without much success. Fact number 4, Nevada's abundance of hot springs. Ever fancied sharing a hot spring with a pupfish? Nevada's got over 300 hot springs, more than any other state. These are geothermal marvels, like Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge, with over 50 springs discharging nearly 11,000 gallons of water per minute and creating oases in the arid Mojave Desert. The most iconic is Devil's Hole, a deep limestone cavern. It's home to the Devil's Hole pupfish, one of Earth's rarest fish. This bright blue species survives in oxygen-poor 93-degree Fahrenheit water on a shallow 215-square-foot shelf, feeding on algae and invertebrates. Isolated for 10,000 to 20,000 years, the pupfish evolved in this Ice Age remnant. In 2013, its population got dangerously low, with only 35 in total. Fact number 3, home to the Tule duck decoys. Did you know Native Americans were making decoys over 2,000 years ago? Nevada's Tule duck decoy, a designated state artifact, is a 2,000-year-old Native American hunting tool from Lovelock Cave. Discovered in 1924 by archaeologists, the 11 canvasback-shaped decoys of bundled tula reeds lured waterfowl. Carbon dated to 400 BC, they are the world's oldest, preserved in the cave's dry conditions. Fact number 2. Fly Geyser's accidental beauty. Fly Geyser, a colorful geothermal formation in Nevada's Black Rock Desert, arose from a 1916 well drilling mishap while seeking irrigation water. Hot water erupted, forming a cone, and a 1964 geothermal test created the current 12-foot geyser, spewing 200 degrees Fahrenheit, or 93.3 degrees Celsius, mineral-rich water, with thermophilic algae tinting it a reddish-green color. We have now arrived at our final fact and really hope that you have enjoyed this list of 50 Nevada facts. Fact number 1. The Lahontan cutthroat trout. The Lahontan cutthroat trout, scientific name Oncorhynchus clarkii henshawi, is a subspecies of cutthroat trout native to the Lahontan Basin. It's Nevada's official state fish and is renowned for its potential to grow large, up to 4 feet long and over 50 pounds in ideal conditions, like those found in Pyramid Lake. It has a deep evolutionary history tied to the ancient landscapes of the Great Basin region. Fossil evidence suggests that ancestors of cutthroat trout originated in high-elevation areas of the Nevada Plano more than 10 million years ago, during the Miocene epoch. So next time you want to do some trout fishing, Nevada is the place to do it. Thank you for joining us here today. We've trekked from Lake Tahoe's colossal depth to mustache-kissing bands in Eureka. We hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, then please consider subscribing and turn on notifications. It really does make a difference and means the world to us. Thanks again, stay curious, and we'll see you next time on Earth Mapped Out.